Listen, AI is changing a lot about SEO and what matters and how to get ranked, but some of the key elements are still the same. So today I want to go over my 6-part process so that you can rank higher and get similar results as this client is getting using this process. This is before they started using this process, and this is after they started using this process. The traffic has started to explode. So you can do the exact same thing. So let's dive in. I'm going to show you step by step what exactly to do. Let's go. All right, the first pillar is smart keyword selection. So most people pick keywords looking at only search volume, but that's like judging a car by its paint color. You have to search for relevance and intent. That's what really will help you get ahead in the search game, and that's what you have to build all of your content around. So there's a couple of things that you can ask yourself when you're looking at keywords. The first is the keyword, is it close to a buying decision? So say your keyword is best standing desk under $300. This is a high intent bottom of the funnel keyword. Someone actually searching for this is actively comparing products and is likely to make a purchase decision soon. So compare this to like a top of the funnel keyword, which would be like benefits of a standing desk, which is more of an exploratory and less likely to convert. You know, if they're looking, they know they're already looking for a standing desk, they know the price point, they're a lot closer to making a purchase decision. So that's where you should focus your keywords, bottom of the funnel. The next is informational versus commercial. What does that mean? So an example of informational intent is how to choose running shoes. The searcher is gathering knowledge, but they're not ready to buy just yet. They have no clue what they want to pay, the model, something like that. So top of the funnel. So now commercial intent would be if they're searching for like a Brooks Ghost 15 running shoes review. Now the user is product aware. They're searching for a specific brand and model. So they're way closer to buying. So this is where you have to kind of focus your target keywords and make sure that you're releasing content around the bottom of the funnel closer to buying, buyer intent. The next is competitor content. So you want to look at your competitor content and kind of see what they're doing. So if you're taking a keyword like email marketing platform for e-commerce and you're searching on Google, you're going to see landing pages from tools like Klaviyo, OmniSend. You're going to see probably comparison blogs like the top 7 email marketing tools for Shopify stores. But this tells you a story. This is a path that you could follow. If you're trying to rank, you need to match the content type. So if everyone is ranking and has comparison posts, don't show up with like a 1,000-word sales page, right? Do a comparison post blog or a resource to match, because that's what is working. That's what is ranking. You know, don't go against the grain. It's not going to work. Follow the breadcrumbs as to what's working. The next is cost per click. So if you're an example of a keyword, and you can search for this in like Google Keyword Planner, SEMrush, Ahrefs. But if the keyword is how to file taxes, the cost per click is around $1.20. But if you do the keyword best tax software for small businesses, it's like $25+ cost per click. So that $25 tells you that advertisers are willing to pay a lot to show up in search, because it often leads to a purchase. So even with less volume, it's far more valuable of a keyword for monetization. So that's the keyword that you want to focus on. High cost equals high value, because it is converts the best and it's the most important, right? The next is backlink strength. So can you actually compete? So if you're searching for like a keyword like AI writing tools, the top results will include like HubSpot, Zapier, Copy AI. So these sites have huge backlink profiles, tens of thousands of referring domains. So if your domain is brand new with no authority, trying to outrank them is like racing a Tesla with a tricycle. It's not going to work very good. So instead, find underdog keywords where smaller blogs or niche sites are ranking with like 10 to 20 backlinks. So these are like golden opportunities for you to focus on, rather than these huge ones that it's going to be really hard to compete. So you can use tools like Ahrefs, SEMrush to analyze competition's backlinks domain authority, referring domains, and kind of see where the huge backlinks are and the opportunities with smaller backlink opportunities that you can focus on with your content. So a sneaky trick to center some of your content around, obviously you can use tools. There's Ahrefs, there's SEMrush, there's Google in the Google Analytics. You can use Keyword Planner to find content, but you can also use, when you're searching for something in Google, you can also target people also ask. So this is a very important section that's going to give you a lot of really good insight as to what people are also searching for. So this is like a lawyer near me free consultation. Can I call a lawyer to ask questions for free? Are free lawyer consultations legit? Does it cost money to talk to a lawyer? Do law firms offer free consultations? So I could do content for all of these, have all of these as keywords, build blog articles out for all of these. And then what you want to do is you can use tools like Arvow to create this content. So you don't want to use ChatGPT. You don't want to use an AI to create content, capitalize on these keywords. You want to use an AI SEO blogging tool that you can input your brand photos, your brand texts, your brand information, your brand assets, and then also use it to input keywords to write that SEO blog content. So Arvow allows you to do that. You can go in here, I can do an SEO article, and I can do the keyword, lawyer near me, and then I can just take one of these and can I call a lawyer to ask questions for free, and build a whole article around that. But what's more is you can further enhance this stuff with your inputs. So this is Tallahassee personal injury lawyer. So I can go in here and I can input more keywords relating to my particular niche, but I can also upload my own knowledge base. So I can create my own knowledge base that has all my brand assets. So this is going to look like it's your company writing it. It's not going to look like AI is writing it because you're going to give it all your brand assets. And it's going to still use that and additional information to create amazing blog articles. Now you can also do internal linkings, link to other web pages in your articles to create authority. And from an SEO standpoint, it's really good. Images, you can upload your own images or have AI generate images. You can do your own YouTube or have it do a relevant YouTube video. So really what it comes down to when you're generating articles, here is an example of an article. So this is like, let's do accident lawyer here while we're on the lawyer theme. But this is one we generated, image, has all this stuff, key takeaways, image, excerpt, internal links. So again, if you do your own brand stuff, it'll include snippets from your own brand, and it'll include links to your own landing pages, all that stuff that you would have to do manually if you had like ChatGPT to do this. So that's step one, is keep this in mind to create your keyword list, your keyword clusters, and then use an AI tool like Arvow, which there's a link below. You can try that out for free to create amazing content so you can compete at those keywords. Step two of this process is make it different. So if your content sounds like everyone else's, Google has no reason to rank it. AI has flooded the internet with a lot of things that are the same. So what makes this article worth ranking above the others? And this is where adding your own brand context and your own brand information can really help set you apart. So you can add in documents related to case studies or different case studies, different tests, personal experiences. You can add in user-generated content such as Reddit comments, polls, quotes. You can create your own visual chart to add in and add that to your blog posts as well. So a good resource for that, here's a pro tip for you, is Napkin AI. So this is free as of now. But you could basically create graphs for anything. So this is what it was. So this is a content cycle game plan. And I highlighted this, hit this button here, and it created this engaging graph that I could then, you can edit a lot of this, but then I can download this and put this in my article. And this is original. This is creating amazing visuals that I can add in my article. I can save them as assets. and upload them, and then it'll pull from all those assets. So that's a really easy thing to do to kind of set yourself apart. So think of your content like a purple cow, not because it's fancy, right? Because it stands out. Because if you see a purple cow, you're going to stop. I don't know if you'd want to drink the milk, but hey, purple cow is pretty crazy. Step 3 is to think through and make your content as relevant as possible. If someone is searching for how to lose belly fat, don't just hit them with a sales page for protein powder. You want to slowly give them the information that they want. Give them the information on how to lose the belly fat, everything that they need to know, and then guide them to a solution that involves your protein powder. So this is kind of really the key. We don't just want to give, basically tell them to buy. We want to give them the information, give them that natural flow, and then basically you incept them with the actual biggest solution possible, which is your product, your service, your consultation. Treat your keywords like topics. Cover them fully using relevant phrases and subtopics. Again, Arvow does help surface these naturally, so you can basically structure it like an expert guide, and it's not like a robot listicle, and it'll make your life a lot easier. So I would definitely use that tool for this. Step 4 is to make your content quality while it's not boring. So it shouldn't sound like a Wikipedia page. It should have structure. It should have short paragraphs, subheadings, bullet lists, visuals that actually add value. All those things matter. Again, Arvow structures it like this. So it's the solution or topic is here. And then it has the key takeaways, which is good for AI overviews. But then it breaks down everything from a user perspective that makes it engaging. It has excerpts, bullet points. It'll include bullet points, graphs, charts where applicable, images. It includes the frame. Everything's, it's highlighted, it's bulleted. It is formatted in a way that's actually useful and engaging, and it's not just one big block of text. It's not going to engage the audience. We think about our content as, the kind of the done for you checkbox type thing, but we have to think about it from a user perspective. If it's not adding value, they're going to bounce, and that's going to hurt our ranking. So it has to actually add value. This is why we have to make sure that we're using a tool, that actually does that for us and is targeted towards our end goal. Step 5 is to show topic authority. So the best way to do that is when you're releasing content, you're going to have a piece of content, a blog article usually, or social media post, or whatever you want to do. So if this main topic post is like how to improve your blog's, SEO, this is our main post. Well, how do we show that we have authority? How do we show that we understand the whole topic? Well, what we want to do is release additional content articles that support our main article, that support that main pillar. So this could be best SEO tools for bloggers. This could be internal linking strategies that work. This could be why word count isn't a ranking factor. So these are all SEO related articles as well. And you can internally link these back to this article, which will support it, and it'll also give you that link juice. And if you want to take it a step further, you can do this article and link to these articles as well, if there's different sections. So you can easily do that inside here. So you can create that and basically create those internal links. You see this is internal link. Again, Arvow will do this for you. So you don't have to manually do it, but that is really the key to show that you're an authority on the topic. Other than that, inside the articles, especially if you upload your brand content, you can have it include quotes and excerpts with your authority figures, from the SEO, from the CFO, or from this person, or from that person, actually embedded inside your article. So it already includes excerpts here, but this is kind of what you want to do. And then you can have the name and then the credentials here from the person that said this quote or this excerpt. So that'll help give you authority as well. And finally, step 6 is playing the long game with domain authority. So you want to, even if you're publishing from a brand new site, you're the kind of the new kid, so no one's linking to you yet. So the main thing that you can do, especially initially, is work on getting some backlinks. So you don't want to do like 10,000 spammy links to fake directories. What you want to do is actually work to get some unique backlinks back to your website. So you do want to make sure that you are in the main directories that matter. So a good resource you can use is moz.com. You can enter your website and it'll tell you where you're at. But if you're a business, you want to make sure you're in the main ones that matter. Better Business Bureau, Yelp, Google. You make sure you have a Google business profile. And then there's some other ones that you can look through. This will probably give you like 20. You want to do the main ones, not the spammy ones, the main ones that everyone know. And then you also want to research active communities like Reddit, Twitter threads, and then respond to those. And you can put your link in there. You can respond, give value, and then put your link, and then they'll pick up on that, and it'll give you a backlink back to your website. You can also guest post where your audience already hangs out. So figure out where your audience is at, and then try to do some guest posts on there. Try to see if you can get them to publish some guest posts as the expert. So think outside of the box. You can use search tools. You can use ChatGPT to kind of see some other backlink opportunities, but be strategic to get those links back to your website sooner than later, because that'll immediately help your domain authority. So that's it. Those are the 6 steps that you need to follow to instantly improve traffic and get ahead in the AI world, the AI overview world, because that does matter a lot. And if you're doing and structuring the content in this way, you're going to get a lot more hits than before. And again, if you want to try Arvow, there is a link below. You can try it out for free. It'll make this process a heck of a lot easier for you. If you want more information on Arvow, check out this video. I did a full in-depth review. It's something I use every single day, and I would suggest that you do the same thing too to get ahead of your competition. I'll be back soon with another great video for you. Have an amazing rest of your day.